Hey there, it is Matt Munson here with another video in my Fitness Odysseys series, and much has changed since my last video. Today is April 10th of 2018, and my current weight as of this morning is a staggering 192 pounds, which puts me down a grand total of 88 pounds since I started this about 9 or 10 months ago. Which is pretty fantastic. I'm now 12 pounds away from my goal of 100 pounds lost. And as you can tell, I look totally different. It's bizarre. And it also helps that I just got a fantastic new haircut from my new best friend, Riley, down at Floyd's 99 in downtown LA. This might be the best haircut I've ever had. I absolutely love it. And it really accentuates how different my face looks. It's bizarre. Like when I look in the mirror, I feel like I'm looking at someone else. I don't recognize that person in the mirror anymore at all. So a friend of mine put together a little composite of an old screen grab from a video of mine and a picture I recently posted showing off my new haircut. And it's two different people. It's staggering. So 88 pounds. Good stuff. Since my last video, I got sick. And I'm still coughing a little bit, but I was knocked out for about a week and a half. And in previous times, when I get sick, I have chosen not to stop exercising. And it should come as no surprise that what happens is the sickness gets prolonged, and then the effects end up being worse. So this time I decided to just sit it out. And it was the first time since I really started this whole effort that I actually didn't go to the gym for like a week. And it was so bizarre. Like it felt so weird. The day felt so empty if I didn't do any exercise. And I wasn't doing anything. Like I wasn't doing my lunchtime walks or my cardio or weightlifting. Just absolutely nothing. And it was like the weirdest week ever. It just felt, just this huge gap, like having my routine broken. What I was most terrified of is that I would fall out of the routine entirely and just, start backsliding as I've done in the past, and as so many of my fellow Fitness Odyssey pursuers have seen. But after about 9 or 10 days of that, I started walking again, excuse me, at my lunch break. And that sort of helped get my mind back onto things. Like I've come to recognize that when I'm out hiking or walking, remember, I call it a hike because walk sounds like something an old man would do. So when I'm out doing one of my hikes, I sort of get prepped for the evening's workout. And it gives me a real opportunity to think about my weight loss goals, my fitness goals, and staying on track and all that good stuff, and really just sort of process the day's events or the week's events or whatever. So it's very therapeutic, not only just for my mental state of being, but it also really helps keep me on track. So then I was walking for like another week and a half. And then at the end of that, like my symptoms had disappeared entirely except for this cough, this lingering, awful cough that won't seem to go away. Please go away, lingering cough. But I did start working out again. And I'm now about 6 days back into the workout thing. And I guess this transitions to my next little fun fact, how my body has adapted to the type of exercise I throw at it. And I'll talk about cardio in particular, not only because I do a lot of it, but it's also very subjective. Like, there's how long you were doing it, there's the level you were doing it at, there's the number of calories the thing says you burned. Even though I think there's some subjectivity in that number, you can't argue with intensity and time on the treadmill. Excuse me, on the bike, the recumbent bike, which is my best friend. So when I worked out for the first time after my sickness, I did what was traditionally my regular workout, which is like I'll ride on level 10 for 10 minutes, then I'll switch to level 11 for 10 minutes, then go back to 10, back to 11, and just sort of do that back and forth until I've been on it long enough. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes a little more. Totally depends. So I did that the other day, and I tell you, I barely broke a sweat. Like, this is usually the workout that gets me sweating and pumping and like, burning a lot of calories. But this time I had like a little, a little triangle of sweat here and a moist brow. And I was like, I guess it's time to change it up, notch up the intensity. So I went the next night, and I was bouncing all over the place as far as levels go. Like, I did my 10-minute warm up at level 10, but then I like went to 11 for a minute, then I would bump it up to 12 for 1 minute, then up to 13 for 1 minute, then I had to go back down to 12 for a minute, back down to 11 for a minute. I did that for a while, and then like for the next 10-minute block, I would switch it up again. Like, I'd go 11 for 2 minutes, then 12 for 2 minutes. Just adding in a lot of variance and modifying the intensity. And man, that workout kicked my butt. I was soaked in sweat. I haven't been that sweaty from a workout in a very long time. So I guess that means that my workouts, when I switch them up, when I increase the intensity or just modify it, because your body gets so used to doing what you force it to do. You adapt, you get better. And I look at my legs and I'm like, man, my legs are actually starting to look muscular a little bit, just because all the work I've been doing with them for so long now. So it's great to see that stuff paying off. Was absolutely thrilled to step on the scale this morning and see that number 192 pop up. It's just mind-boggling how much weight 88 pounds is. And I've only got 12 pounds to go, so that's super exciting. I don't really have a goal for it because my weight loss has slowed down so painfully over the past few months. It's like 3 pounds a month or 2 pounds a month. And not all of that is my body. Like, I definitely know that I've sort of been breaking out of the rigidity of my program. Not in a super bad way. I mean, I haven't like been binge eating or anything or going buffet crazy, but definitely have been easing off on the severity at which I attack my workouts and my nutrition. But after a couple months of it really just slowing to a crawl, and then that 3 weeks I was out with the sickness, I'm just like, man, I just gotta hit it hard and push through to the finish line at this point. So that's the plan, and that's where I am now, and hopefully we'll continue to see some forward movement. As always, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope if you're not following me on Instagram, you'll check out my page at Matt Munson Fit. And of course, if this is your first visit to my YouTube channel, thanks for coming. Please subscribe. It's a tremendous help to me when someone subscribes, and it's no cost to you. So if you would be so kind as to hit the subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it. I think that's about it. Thank you so much again, and we will see you for the next one.